Sometimes if I'm going on a multi-day hike and need lots of water, then I will consider a bladder. This one is 2.5 liters, this one's 3. So you're bringing lots of water with you. The benefit to them is you can have a constant sip source all throughout the day. You're carrying a lot of water, which is heavy. If I remember right, it's 2.4 pounds per liter. So water is heavy. You will pay for that, but you don't want to run out. Some of the downsides to these bladders is, one, they could puncture. They take up bag space as well, as opposed to, your smart water. You can put them in the bottle pocket. Nalgene's usually fit in the bottle pocket as well, or you can clip it to the outside. But these, they have to go in your backpack, so they take up bag space. The other thing I would recommend, if you're going to go the bladder route, there's a couple things to look out for. One, this Platypus was my very first bladder that I bought, and their hose is just very simple. It has a bite valve right here, but there's no shutoff, manual shutoff. So many times I've had this underneath my backpack as I took off my backpack and I'm resting, and it just pushes that open, and then water just starts coming out, and then my bag is soaked and I've lost a lot of valuable water. So look for that. This one from HydraPak actually has a manual shutoff on theirs. I like that a lot. I always turn it off. I like to know that it's not going to leak. The other thing with this Platypus is you actually disconnect the hose here, and whenever you're filling up in a pond or a stream of sorts, then this is really hard to fill in those situations. This small little opening doesn't allow the water to flow in very well. So I've had that frustration in the past. And then also, it's so hard to clean this and to dry it. All that to say, I don't take this with me very often anymore. I typically bring this HydraPak. And the cool thing about this HydraPak is, like I said, it had that manual shutoff. It has this quick release little button right here for the hose as well, which is really convenient whenever it's not going to leak, whenever you just want to get the hose off. A lot of times for transport, I take the hose off and I'm only having this filled with water, and I lay it somewhere safe so that it doesn't get punctured, or that if it ends up leaking, it doesn't get all my gear wet. Another downside is when you're sipping water all day long, you don't know how much is left. At least with the smart water and the Nalgene, as you're drinking, you see exactly how much you have left. You don't drink as often with these because you have to, stretch like this and get them out of your bottle pocket, or you have to get them out of your bag. So you end up getting more dehydrated, or at least I do, with the smart water or the Nalgene, as opposed to this HydraPak. It's in your backpack, so you can't see it. The only way that you can see is if you open the bag and you move all your gear out of the way, and then you open up the little stretchy compartment that this fits in, and then you kind of peer in there to try to get a sense for how much water is in there. This particular model is called the Shape-shift, and it's actually pretty cool. So inside, you can see this blue that's right here, and that is actually a connection between the back wall and the front wall. It has the ability to connect together in order to give some added strength whenever it's filled all the way with water. It just able to lock in. But then also you can disconnect it and increase the volume size. So you can add more water. So connected, it's 2.5 liters, but disconnected, it's 3 liters. So a little bit more, which honestly, that's what I typically do. The thing that I like about this HydraPak is it has a wide opening. That is great whenever I'm trying to fill it and when I'm trying to clean it. I love that. And they have that wide opening also so that you can connect the baffle in between the two walls as well. And the HydraPak is more expensive, but I haven't had any issues with it. It has all the features that I like. It's easy to clean. It's easy to fill up in a stream if you need to. It's either easy to dry out. Just having that hose that has the manual shut off is a huge bonus for me. And so if you want a little bit more water with you and you're okay with it fitting in your backpack and not taking up that space, then I would recommend a Bladder. You can get ones that are 3 liters. Both of these are 3 liters. And that's a lot of water for the day. That's going to be pretty heavy, but just having the assurance that you can have water all day long and you can sip it all day long as well is great.